a story over on CNN.com. Let's see, by Anu Adeyoye, I hope I'm saying that right, and Edang Corium. Petition calls on Disney to drop Hakuna Matata trademark. Hakuna Matata was a well-known song in Disney's 1994 hit movie The Lion King. A remake of The Lion King is due for release next year. Let's quickly go over this and we'll comment on it. An online petition is calling on Disney to relinquish its trademark of the Swahili phrase Hakuna Matata. The phrase, which roughly translates to no problems or no worries, is a common expression in parts of Eastern and Southern Africa, as perhaps best known as a song in Disney's 1994 hit movie The Lion King. The company trademarked the expression the same year, according to the United States Patent and Trademark Office. The petition, created by Zimbabwean activist Shelton Impala, has received more than 50,000 signatures. Impala told CNN he started the petition to draw attention to the appropriation of African culture and the importance of protecting our heritage, identity, and culture from being exploited for financial gain by third parties. I'm not sure I agree with that at all, man. That doesn't seem right. Let's keep going. This plundered artwork serves to enrich or benefit these museums and museums. Maybe there's a little more that they're not reporting here. I'll start over here. This plundered artwork serves to enrich or benefit these museums and corporations, and not the creators or people it's derived from, Impala says. Disney has not responded to CNN's request for comment. Liz Lenjo, a Kenyan intellectual property and entertainment lawyer, disagrees with the petition. Lenjo said Disney, quote, has not stolen anything, unquote, and the outrage over the trademark is misplaced. The blame should go to social media for, quote, blowing things out of proportion, unquote, Lenjo said. The use of Hakuna Matata by Disney does not take away from the value of the language, Lenjo told CNN. East Africans or whoever speaks Swahili worldwide are not restricted from using the phrase. It's actually quite true. She added, the conversation on the internet has been blowing up because of a misconception and misunderstanding around intellectual property law, the ethos behind intellectual property law, and the various regimes of protection. A remake of The Lion King is due for release in 2019. Let's go back to Liz Lenjo, the quote, Kenyan, this is my quote, Kenyan intellectual property and entertainment lawyer. They are basically saying that even though the phrase is copyrighted, it doesn't really necessarily constitute, I guess, what some would call, what's the wording that they used here earlier? I guess cultural appropriation. That's been in the news for several years now, the whole cultural appropriation thing. And I gotta say, I would have to agree with Liz Lenjo. There are a lot of phrases in various languages that are copyrighted. I mean, if you think of just English by itself, think of a company like Nike, who has copyrighted the phrase, just do it. Now, of course, that's in English, but nobody is, getting sued just for simply saying, just do it. Nobody is getting censored or getting hushed simply because they're saying that phrase. Same thing with Hakuna Matata, but I think what's pretty much happening here is that somebody is upset, this person, Shelton Impala, that the company Disney has copyrighted the phrase and is, according to them, enriching themselves by trademarking the expression. I kind of see what they're doing. I think it has less to do with them being enriched by the copywriting of the phrase and more to do with possibly an activist mentality here. Simply because a company that isn't even, doesn't, as far as I know, they don't have any business dealings over in Africa. They probably, well, maybe they do. I mean, it's Disney, so they very well could have that. But it feels very much like an activist approach here because, like I said, there are a lot of phrases out there in various languages that are copyrighted, for to push a particular product or whatnot. And in this case, it just happens to be that the expression is Hakuna Matata. It's in Swahili, and it's basically used to promote the movie The Lion King. In fact, well, at least here in the United States, I'm pretty sure if you say Hakuna Matata to any, child that has obviously seen The Lion King, they're immediately going to know what it's referencing. The fact that it's in Swahili shouldn't really matter. Again, I understand what he's trying to say here. They're trying to say, oh, well, you're appropriating our language for the benefit of your company. The same can be said, like I said, for so many other phrases. It just, I'm not trying to minimize what message they're trying to get across here to draw attention to the appropriation of African culture and the importance of protecting our heritage, identity, and culture from being exploited for financial gain by third parties. No, they're not. It's not exploitation. It's not. It isn't as if they went, to Africa and thought, okay, what's a phrase in a different language that just sounds awesome that we can take and make all kinds of money off of, and despite the fact that people in Africa speak that language. That just, I can't buy that argument. Yeah, that sounds like a bunch of BS to me. Like I said, again, going back, there are a lot of sayings out there. The Nike "Just Do It" one is just one I thought of. I'm pretty sure anybody can just think of tons of them that are out there in various languages that do basically the same thing. It just so happens that this person is upset because it's an American company, which I guess they just don't like it. They don't like the fact that an American company, or maybe not even necessarily that it's an American company, but the fact that it is not an African company that has copyrighted the work and has used it to their benefit. So I'm sorry, Mr. or Mrs. Shelton. There we go. Name Shelton Impala. I apologize, Mr. Impala, but I wholly disagree with you here. And yes, I understand that there are 50,000 signatures, but let's be honest, it's not hard to get 50,000 signatures on the internet, especially with something like this that may go worldwide. It's not hard to get 50,000 signatures. I can appreciate your activism and doing what you think is right, but I just think this is it's a losing cause. The only reason I can see Disney pulling the trademark and saying, okay, fine, we're gonna, dump the trademark, would simply be from political pressure. It's the only reason. Only reason. As far as, what is right and what is wrong, I see nothing wrong with it. What do you guys think? Tell me down in the comments as far as what you think with this story. Do you think Shelton Impala has a case, or do you think Disney is actually in the right here? Let me know down in the comments. Make sure y'all like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next newsreel.